Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to look at AI tokens and I'm going to give you my top 5 AI picks for this year, for the final year of the bull run, where we are going to likely see some really explosive gains, especially in some of the tokens that I am about to discuss with you right now. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please stay watching and let's jump onto screen share and we can take a look at the tokens. But first of all, what I want to talk about is just the market cap of AI currently, of all of these AI tokens right now, is 45 billion. Please bear in mind that we have tokens such as XRP that don't really do a great deal that are currently 3 times this market cap alone. Okay. So, what I'm trying to say is the opportunity for growth in these AI tokens is huge. And we are going into the final year of what I believe is an AI slash meme coin awakening cycle. This is a meme coin and AI super cycle. These two narratives are by far the top two narratives this cycle. They've proven to be throughout the cycle. Yes, we've seen massive drawdowns in memes and AI coins throughout periods of this cycle. This is really largely due to the fact that they've seen such explosive growth within phases that, of course, you'd expect the things that go up the fastest also come down the quickest. That's just the nature of a lot of trades, a lot of investing. You've probably heard the phrase easy come, easy go. And it's been like that with some of these AI investments. But I'm going to show you the AI investments that I believe can really shine throughout the rest of this year and withstand the volatility and make some serious gains. So let's jump into the picks. And really, the first one, I mean, it's fairly high market cap. It's actually top of the list that we've just looked at. So I'm going to be looking at investments here, right from your larger caps all the way down to your smaller caps. I think the lowest one on this list is around about 100 million market cap. Obviously, this is a lot higher. This is nearly 6 billion market cap, and it is Near Protocol. So Near Protocol is actually its own L1. It's its own blockchain. It's always had an AI theme to it, an AI focus, and it's actually currently marketing itself as the blockchain for AIs. You've probably noticed, I think his name's Ilya, but he is somebody that has appeared at some of the NVIDIA conferences as a speaker. So obviously there are close connections between there and NVIDIA. Obviously, if you go to their website, the first thing you see is the blockchain for AI. Start building. So look, I mean, they've got some of their partnerships here, and really they are positioning themselves as a blockchain for AI creators, developer owned, obviously looking to push Web3, just coming down here. They've got some of their stats here, nearly 2,000 developers, collaborate. They've got events going on. So look, I think Near can do very well this cycle. It doesn't have the same sort of, should we say, adoption or sort of user counts or transaction counts as some other blockchains, notably blockchains such as Solana. But for me, this is a nice alternative pick. This is a nice alternative to your Ethereums, to your Solanas, to have exposure to another L1, which could do really impressive things in this bull market. And certainly, with it being the top of the AI list, we've talked about backing those winners. Near is going to get a lot of attention over the next year with it being positioned as the blockchain for AI. We've got things like Avalanche and IMX that position themselves as the blockchains for gaming. You've got things like Near that position themselves as a blockchain for AI. So I think Near will likely latch onto this AI narrative and should do really good things over the course of this year. And if we just look at the price history on Near, we can see the last bull market, it got up to $20. I really think Near at $5 now is a fantastic entry point. Obviously, the market is on a bit of a correction. However, Near is above its recent lows from November of last year. It's currently working on a higher low, which is what we like to see. That is a strong chart pattern. If we are able to confirm a higher low here, should we break out of the recent highs around sort of $7, $8, then we can expect to see extension all the way up to $20. And I do think Near probably goes higher than that, maybe 25, maybe $30, maybe all the way up to $50, which would be a 10x from here. Obviously, a 10x on the market cap would take it to close to 60 billion. Obviously, the fully diluted, there's not much inflation left. There's only 5% of the supply left to come onto the market. So it's nearly all fully out there in terms of the supply being fully circulated and out on the market. And I just think that Near is going to be a really, really big crypto for this year. So that is my top gaming pick. I'd say it's fairly safe as well. I think you're fairly guaranteed to get back to new all-time highs along with the rest of the market when it really starts to take off in a couple of months' time. And like I say, from there, I think $40, $50 is definitely possible on Near. So moving on to the next pick, and it is virtuals. So I'm going through these by market cap. Some of you might have seen the video I put out recently about AI agents and basically saying, don't buy AI agents. I still will tell you now, the majority of AI agents, you're probably going to lose your money in. We're going through this massive phase of hype and attention on AI agents. Things are getting very overheated. Things are getting very overinflated. People are throwing their money at whatever they can, spraying and praying, trying to make the big money, those big overnight 50x, 100x gains. Most of them are going to lose money, okay? But what I will say is that AI agents, as a narrative and as an actual sector, as a part of our lives, as a part of the future, are here to stay. I think we probably will have in a year's time all have AI agents that are starting to do jobs for us that we can ask questions to, that are starting to make all of our lives easier. I think this year AI agents will go into the mainstream, and that is going to put huge attention on the AI agent space. And I've always said, and I said it in my video before, I would invest in the infrastructure around AI agents as opposed to specific AI agents. If one agent is really hot, then the next day, literally overnight, there could be a new, faster, more improved AI agent. And next thing you know, overnight, your AI agent coin is dead because they've moved on to the next one. Certainly, from what I know about the AI agent movement so far, is that you will be able to have your own personal AI agents. You're not actually going to be taking an off-the-shelf agent. You're going to be able to have your own AI. You can personalize it, you can customize it, you can feed it information. It will get to know you. It will get to know what you like, what your habits are, what sort of information you want, what you want it to do. So I think the majority of AI agents, individual AI agents that are out there right now, will probably all disappear after a few short months. However, the infrastructure, the technology, the framework around these AI agents is likely here to stay. And that is where something like virtuals comes in, because it is an AI infrastructure. You can even create your own agent. If you go here, you can create your own agent. You can actually launch a token for your agent. I'm assuming when you launch it, it can be listed here. If we can look at these by market cap, I mean, some of these agents are in the, let's see, market cap. I mean, 462 million. The biggest one on here is AIXBT, which I have heard about, which is getting a lot of attention right now. So it's really, really impressive what this is doing. And I just think that virtuals, I mean, some of these other ones, things like Sequoia, sort of hacking. Some of these other ones I'm starting to hear about, Vader Game. They're all starting to get a lot of hype and attention. And obviously, this is the framework. Virtuals is the framework, the infrastructure behind these things. And look, when I did the video on this last week, then we were a lot higher. Well, I won't say we were a lot higher. We were over $4. We were around, I think, 4.2 billion in terms of the market cap. Obviously, since then, we have seen the price slide along with the rest of the market. So you're now able to get into a protocol like virtuals at a discount. And obviously, somebody like me that's been looking at this as a space that's been saying, well, I don't want to buy individual agents, but actually, I'd like some exposure to the AI infrastructure, to the AI agent infrastructure that's around these tokens. I'm starting to think, well, a pullback is what I've been waiting for to get interested in some of these. And honestly, I do think anything under $3, I would say we're going to start to come into some decent support here. And this could actually be a decent entry if you believe in the narrative. Obviously, we've gone as high as $5. If we look at from $2 to $5, this is the last significant low. Then where is the midpoint? It's at $3. So I think $3 provides an excellent entry point for a token such as Virtual. So full disclosure, I have actually dipped my toes in the water on this one. I have started to build a Virtuals position. And in terms of where I think this can go, I do think this is high. I do think 3.2 billion for something that is fairly unproven, that the product is so new. I mean, if you look at where we were, this is just going back to November time, so a couple of months ago, but we were looking at the market cap being around 300 million. Obviously, it's up 10x since then. This thing is going to have pullbacks, it's going to have dips. And all I would say is don't chase these tokens. But if they are on decent dips, I mean, we saw it here as well, where we had a sharp run up. We came from 3 billion back to 2 billion, obviously 50% retracement. We're now up to 5. If we come down to 2.5 billion, even better. I think anywhere between 2.5 billion and 3 billion is probably a good entry point. Where can we go from here? I mean, how big can this narrative be? I mean, if this is the narrative that is going to dominate crypto for the rest of this year, and I'm not saying that it is, but if it is, I'll be kicking myself if I don't pick up a bit of this token here and get some exposure to it. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, look, I can buy this at 3 billion. Where's this going to go? You know, it might go up to, 6 billion. It could go up to 10 billion. That'd be a 2x, a 3x. That's fine. It might then dip. It might kind of go sideways. Other narratives might start to get traction. This is what we see a lot of the times in crypto with these narratives. They come, they go. But if this really, really runs, if we just keep on hearing about AI agents and we have, NVIDIA coming out and talking about more about AI agents, and we start seeing more stuff on X, and Elon starts tweeting about them. And if this really, really takes off as the narrative for 2025, AI, and also everybody having the AI agent in their pocket, then this could really, really take off. And, if it went to, say, 15 billion, that's a 5x. If it went to 30 billion, you're looking at a 10x. I could easily see this going to 30 billion without any shadow of a doubt about it. I think that can definitely happen. It could go to 60, it could go to 90. This could literally be huge if everybody starts to use Virtual's protocol to actually create their own AI agents. So I'm looking at the opportunity here and I'm prepared for this. Like I say, maybe to do a 2 or 3x, but it could be something so much greater. And I think as a crypto investor, somebody that's in this space who is fundamentally bullish on the AI narrative, bullish on the AI agent narrative, I think a dip like this, a decent dip, is a great opportunity that whether you're bullish or not on this narrative, if you're in the crypto space and you believe AI has potential, which I think most of us probably do, it is probably worth having some exposure to this narrative. And I think Virtual's protocol is probably the best bet to get exposure on the narrative. So that is the next one, number 2. So Moving on to pick number three, and it is Delysium. So, Delysium or ticker AGI is also a play on the AI agents. I actually invested in this quite a long time ago. It was, I think, fairly early last year, um, when I heard, where was it? 2024. I think I was getting in around this pump, and I'm trying to think who was talking about it. I don't know if Becca was talking about it or somebody I follow was talking about it. I think it might have been somebody in the maybe the gaming space. I think it originally had a bit of a gaming angle to it, but I remember accumulating not a huge position, but throwing, a little bit of change at this, and it absolutely exploded. And ever since then, I mean, I took tiny pieces off on the way up just because it was going so crazy. But after that, it's just really been bleeding out. And I do wonder, with the AI agent narrative really starting to come to the forefront of people's thinking again, whether Delysium AGI could be in for a recovery and could look to get back somewhere to its previous all-time highs. Obviously, right now it's trading at 13 cents. If it was to go, for example, back to all-time highs, that is near enough a 5x in terms of the price. Maybe it could go higher than that. If we actually have a look at the website, we can see blockchain for AI, AI for humanity, AI agent network. Delysium is building a blockchain-based collaboration network for AI agents, including Lucy, and the YKILY, you know I love you network. Okay, so I'm not too sure what the you know I love you network is. Lucy sounds like it's probably the name of one of their AI agents. Obviously, it's a blockchain basically for AI agents to use, and blockchain layer, AI powered Web3 operating system. Okay, so it's actually an operating system. The You Know I Love You network, digital native financial infrastructure for AI agents. So this is obviously another AI agent infrastructure play. And like I say, I think Delysium has shown there is interest in this, and for whatever reason, price has not been spectacular as of late, but it seems to, for now, look to be trying to put in a higher low from where we went down to in the summertime. At least it did have a decent pump all the way up to 26 cents from 12, so it literally did a 2x. It's coming back down. Look, this is quite risky. The market cap is down under 200 million. It does have an FTV of 416. So, of course, there is going to be a little bit of inflation on the token supply, and only 46% of the tokens are actually in circulation right now. So, I don't know if this is a vesting issue. I'm assuming that whoever is vested in this is starting to get some of their tokens now, and potentially this is the result of their tokenomics. I'm not too sure, but I really do like it as a AI agent pick and an AI pick. I'm finding it very, very hard to find many AI projects with real substance behind them that aren't just either meme coins or are just complete, flash in the pan, max hype. Look, we're using AI, throwing a load of buzzwords on it, doing a fancy website, talking about things like, sort of computing power and different AI bots, AI agents, this, that, the other, but aren't actually delivering any sort of product. I do feel with Delysium that actually they do have a product there. They do have this blockchain. They do have this AI agent network. They do have the AI operating system, the financial infrastructure. So if AGI can deliver on their promises, I think this could be a really, really good AI pick to have exposure to. And like I say, you're getting in at a great discount compared to where it was earlier this year. I think, provided this project is not a complete rug or in complete serious turmoil or is at risk of not delivering their products, assuming they still are, then this should most definitely get back to where it was and likely go a lot higher over the course of this year. So that's pick three. So the next pick is Spectral. So Spectral is another pick along similar lines to the last two that have this AI agent infrastructure. If we actually go to the Spectral website, we can take a little look at what it says. So, transforming static memes into sentient agents, unleash autonomous AI agents that think, trade, and thrive on chain. So, obviously, this is a AI agent infrastructure pick. As we go down the website, we can see this is to do with sentient AI agents, similar to what we saw on virtuals about having agents, creating your own agent. This is tools that make sentiment memes truly intelligent, wallets on their own, trading. So it looks like they don't stop trading, they'll be trading around the clock, integrations with different partners. Interestingly, that looks like it's near there that we've already talked about. Self sustaining agent economics. Okay, so really an all out agent infrastructure pick here. We can actually have a look at their app as well. So similar again to virtuals, they have their own agents here. They've got them listed. You can create an agent. So I really do like Spectral as a bit of an alternative to virtuals. Obviously, if we go back and we take a look at virtuals, we can see that virtuals currently has a market cap of 3.2 billion. If we compare that to Spectral, it's got a market cap of only 113 million. So we can see there's potential here for Spectral to really pump. Obviously, the fully diluted valuation is higher at 800 million. So, of course, that is a bit of a concern. Usually, there's only 14% of the tokens on the market. That does mean there will be unlocks and there will be token inflation over the course of this year. But obviously, when the narrative is hot, when buyers are stepping into the market, this is of less relevance. When the market is in a bull market, this does not matter so much because, of course, people are happy to hold their tokens because number goes up. So people will be happy to hold their tokens more so in the bull run as opposed to when the market's either going down or going sideways. And of course, the fact that this has a small market cap means there's less tokens on the market, making it easier to pump. So obviously, these sorts of tokenomics are not for everyone, but I would say in the bull run, they are of less importance. You've probably heard this before. FDV is of less importance, less relative in the bull run because, of course, there are those buyers coming in that are happy to gobble up any supply that goes onto the market. And certainly with Spectral trading at a fraction of what Virtuals is, I think this could be a real overlooked gem for this year. And if we just look at where we're listed, we've got Bybit, we've got Mexi. There's a few exchanges here, but I would expect at some point maybe a top tier exchange will also come for Spectral. I think the top tier exchanges are going to want in a slice of the action. Just looking at Delysium, we can see it's also got Bybit, but it doesn't. It does have KuCoin. It's got some big exchanges, virtuals. Again, Bybit, KuCoin, it doesn't yet have a top tier exchange such as a Coinbase or a Binance. So I still think there's room for this narrative to really grow and these tokens to really grow. And if we just look at Spectral, in terms of where it's been, it has been as high as $17.50. It's currently down at 8. So that's over a 50% pullback in the token price. It's trading at a nice discount. It's currently holding above the top of this accumulation range that was in late summer. So I think in terms of price entry point, it looks good. In terms of the market cap, it's low enough for this thing to really pump. And in terms of the narrative, it ticks all of those boxes when it comes to AI and AI agents in particular. So I think Spectral is one that can do really, really well. And if we go over now to our final pick, our fifth and our final pick, it is, like I say, the lowest cap here, and it is Neural AI. So Neural AI trading just a shade above 100 million market cap, $10.29 currently. It has been a fair bit higher recently. If we just look at the price history over the last 3 months, if it wants to load up, we have been as high as $16, just above $16, $17 coming in as a top. So it is displaying some decent price action. You can see here, really over the last year, this has had a really, really big ramp up. And you could say that this looks like it could be a lower high, but as long as we close around here and don't take out this low of around $9, then I would expect $10 to probably act as a bit of a floor here. And certainly if we can break out above $14, we should be off to new all-time highs. What is Neural AI? It is an AI for gaming and specifically to create in-game content and animations and graphics. It's really, really clever, generating high quality 3D models effortlessly. So completely free, enhanced workflow and streamline asset creation with the power of AI. So it's AI powered 3D models. Upload an image or description. They generate your 3D model. You can download your model. You can incorporate the model into your game. Here's an example of something of a model that they've done. They've got all sorts of articles. They've got plugins with some recognized names. If we actually, they've got their own app. So if we actually just go over to their app, we can see here that you're able to literally put in your idea, type it in. You can set whether you want basic, premium, your polygon limit, and then you can actually generate it and you can actually see your model. Your model will appear here. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is really, really exciting and it has a lot of potential. Neural AI, I've noticed it has been talking about some top KOLs as well. I believe Becker talked about it in his latest video too. And it's down at 100 million. Plus, the best thing is it's fully diluted valuation is 100 million as well. So there's no supply inflation whatsoever. So in contrast to Spectral, it isn't going to have any unlocks. And I really think this could be a massive, massive runner. Certainly with the AI narrative, it's actually got a working AI product that people are using and integrating with. And that's a great, great thing to have. That's, like I say, it's quite hard to find crypto AI projects that actually are doing anything, creating things actually people can use and really do stuff with that is unique. And in a way, this is quite a unique thing. Neural AI seems to be the leader in this niche currently, especially when it comes to crypto projects that are doing this sort of thing. And, you know, it's fully possible to see this run potentially to the hundreds of millions, maybe into the billions over the course of this cycle. If things get really, really hectic and really crazy and really start to take off, I could see Neural going into the multi-billions in a complete, hype AI bull run, just spectacular, everything to the moon. I think it could really, really pump hard and do extremely well. And for that reason, it makes up my list. It makes number 5 on this list of mine. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Obviously, I'm just a random guy on the internet. Please go and do your own research on all of the tokens I've spoke about today before you invest in any of them. I definitely recommend that. Don't just go off my word. Go and figure out tokenomics, look at the websites, get a feel for them, find out if they're the right investment for you. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I will be back very soon with some more updates. I'm probably going to do a bit of an update on the AI agents video I did a few days ago. So if that's something you're interested in, please go and watch the one I've already done. If not, please do subscribe if not done so already to make sure you don't miss out on the next one. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching and speak to you all again soon.